Welcome to yet again another very important occasion of the Gambia Police Force. Firstly, we would want to say welcome the media to the police headquarters for the second edition, or the second time that the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, will address the media, by extension, addressing the nation. Before we get into the program proper, I would want us to take a minute and observe our individual prayers, please. To our doers. The Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, Deputy Inspector General of Police, AIGs here present, senior police officers, police commissioners here present, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome once again to the police headquarters. Today we will have the program as follows. We will have a statement by the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mamadou Sow. Thereafter we'll have the statement by the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure. We will then have question and answers. Thereafter, we will have a tour of a forensic. I want to inform this gathering that the Gambia Police Force has, for the first time, instituted and developed and put in place state-of-the-art equipment as far as forensic lab is concerned. And immediately after this, we will have a tour of that. Please be informed. Immediately after the question and answer session, then we will have a tour of the forensic lab. Thank you. At this moment, I want to invite the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mamadou Sow, to make a statement.
Good morning, the Honorable Inspector General of Police of the Gambia Police Force, the Assistant Inspector General of Police for Administration, the Assistant Inspector General of Police for Operations, Commissioners of Police here, senior police officers present, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. But first, before I begin any statement here, I want to crave your indulgence here for us to take a minute silence of prayer for all our fallen and departed comrades who have, unfortunately, or rather naturally, made the call of our Creator, so that within these 6 months that has passed, or year before, or year preceding that, we give them a moment of prayer for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to open his doors of mercy for all of them, send them to the highest Jannah, and bestow benevolence, will, health for those of their offspring that they have left behind them, to also be protected by the same Lord and all of us who are present here today. There's just a moment prayer for them. Thank you. My dear Inspector General of Police, I sought your permission here to proceed. Once again, good morning to everyone here present. As you can recall, this is the second time, or the second segment of the Inspector General of Police calling for a dialogue or a brief, as the previous speaker has alluded to speak to the press and to the nation at large. This is why we are gathered here this morning. On an introductory note, I want to put these things on record. It is imperative and it is well noted that the vision of the current administration is to ensure that we walk along transparency and accountability. And in such, it is prudent that at a given opportunity where it is possible, because we can't be speaking to all of you every day, but it is indeed necessary to inform you the progress, the challenges, and the way forward in trying to usher this magnanimous institution whose task is solely and wholly to oversee the continuation of society and ensure there is sanity, there is peace and security across the length and breadth of this great motherland of us. So in doing so, we will not be working in silo, but to inform every way of the step, those that matters, that here we are, we've gone this far, and when we want to go this far, which today, I'm sure, before you leave this building, you will be equipped with information that will be very much interesting and very much accountable and transparent, so that everybody here and outside will know how far we've gone, where we have started, where we are, and where we want to drive our objectives to. So in a nutshell, I will not bother you here with lengthy speech. I'll just create the room here so that what is the needful is done as quickly as possible. I know most of you have other errands to work, so it's not in our wish to hold you here as long as necessary, but to give you what is required as far as sharing the information and the need to ensure that everybody is aware of what the current administration is up to.
They are the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mamadou Sow, for the very wonderful introductory remark of this very important occasion. At this moment, I would want to invite the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure.
Deputy Inspector General of Police. Once again, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The Assistant Inspector General of Police, responsible for administration, Mr. Ibrahim Abba. Assistant Inspector General of Police, responsible for police operations, General Pate Jallo. The Crime Management Coordinator, Mr. Bubasar, ably representing the AIG for Crime Management, Alaji Demba Sow. Senior commissioners and senior officers here present, members of the Fourth Estate, that's the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor to welcome you all to my 180 days in office press briefing here at the Police Headquarters Conference Hall. Looking back, it seems like yesterday when we had 90 days briefing in this very hall a few months ago. Indeed, a lot does happen in 3 months. I come before you once again to give an account of what has been achieved so far, challenges encountered, and what activities are planned. My statement will cover the following areas: the strategic vision for the Gambia Police Force, strategies deployed to ensure safer communities across the Gambia, successes registered, challenges encountered, and charting a path forward. 1. Strategic vision. Our strategic vision for the Gambia Police Force remains the same, and that is to be a professional, accountable public service, respecting human rights, and of course the rule of law. 2. Strategies deployed to ensure safe communities across the Gambia. To operationalize the above-mentioned vision, the fine men and women of Gambia Police Force deployed the following strategies: intelligence-led policing, robust day and night patrol to prevent commission of crimes, continuous training of personnel to maintain their effectiveness, strategic deployment of the Police Intervention Unit and Anti-Crime Unit personnel across the country to provide armed support to the general duty police officers and sister services. providing guards for VIPs, diplomatic missions, and vital installations. Regular sensitization on crime prevention and road safety, establishment of the Highway Patrol Unit. This creation helped reduce road traffic accidents from 278 in the second quarter of 2023 to 151 in the second quarter of 2024, representing a reduction of road traffic accidents from 65% in the second quarter of 2023 to 35% in the second quarter of 2024. Of course, we are also continuing with our performance on static checkpoints, and this is to ensure road safety and prevent crime. Successes registered. During the period under review, we have registered tremendous successes in our operations and activities. Chief amongst these achievements are national validation of the Gambia Police Force Bill 2024. This is a landmark achievement because the current Police Act is obsolete, archaic, and it needs to be repealed. Robust patrols leading to significant reduction of major crimes. Major crimes reduced from 63 cases in the second quarter of 2023 to 46 cases in the second quarter of 2024. Representing a decrease in violent crime from 57% in the second quarter of 2023 to 43% in the second quarter of 2024. We could not have done this without the partnership of our valued stakeholders, and that's the general public and, of course, the judiciary. We thank you most profoundly for your continuous support. We have equally distributed 34 sets of office furniture to 8 police stations and posts in 2 regions to improve officers' working conditions. More furniture will be distributed to other regions in due course. We have also issued 2 sets of uniforms and berets to all police officers, and we intend to increase this to at least 3 pairs in the next fiscal year, provided funding is provided by the Ministry of Finance. And we have no doubt because they continue to render support to our operations. We have renovated 2 police stations at the police training school. This is 2 classrooms, I wanted to say, in anticipation of the imminent recruitment of potential officers. I'm sure you are aware that the GPF has embarked on a nationwide recruitment exercise where we are optimistic that close to 1,000 police officers will be recruited into the workforce of Gambia Police Force on or before the turnaround, which is 31st December 2024. We have also procured and distributed 9 brand new vehicles for 6 regions to ameliorate their mobility needs. It is our ardent hope that these vehicles will significantly enhance our crime-fighting capacity and response time to Gambians' call for police assistance. We have equally distributed 2 brand new crime scene vans to major police stations to facilitate collection and transportation of uncontaminated evidence from crime scenes to the forensic lab for analysis and storage. Mentioned earlier by the Public Relations Officer, we are proud to report that Gambia Police Force Forensic Lab now have the capacity to collect and analyze forensic DNA samples. This development is groundbreaking because it is the first time in more than 100-year history of Gambia Police Force that we have such capacity. Our forensic experts can now conduct forensic DNA testing and biological analysis capabilities essential for modern-day policing, gather and analyze critical forensic evidence from crime scenes, identify perpetrators of sexual assault, homicide, murder, and missing person cases. Introduction of these forensic tools will improve conviction rates and speed of resolution of criminal cases through due process. We have equally procured 13 new engines to service grounded police vehicles that will be added to Gambia Police Force fleet of vehicles, so officers can respond to your calls in a timely manner. On the side of revenue, happy to report that we have generated revenue for Gambia government to the tune of $192,148,535 in just 8 months. That is from 1 January 2024 to 31st August 2024. We consider this impressive, given that we don't have all the wherewithals, neither the tools we need for revenue generation. Tools such as digitalized traffic management systems will greatly enhance our revenue generation capabilities. Moving forward, we have identified some capacity gaps, and that's why we are retraining Intake 21 and Intake 22 at the police training school and selected police stations to enhance their policing knowledge and skills for better service delivery. From the 1st of June to 31st August 2024, 165 officers were trained in gender skills audit, forensics, computer literacy, consumer protection, and ECOWAS staff officers course to prepare them for the demand of democratic policy. In accordance with our commitment to the ideals of human-centered security, we continue to engage with civil society organizations and development partners to foster trust and confidence between the police and community members. Now we move on to the challenges that we are faced with. Having discussed our successes, it is fair to talk about our challenges and tell you the approach we intend to take to find solutions to some of these challenges. Although we have recently commissioned 9 brand new vehicles and servicing 13 orders, we are nowhere near to our target of providing all major police stations with operational vehicles. Mentioned earlier in my statement at the commissioning of the 9 vehicles, population growth and its attendant expansion of communities warrant us to bring policing to the doorstep of Gambians. Now, to ensure safer communities, the police needs to optimize foot patrol, bicycle, and vehicular. Given the long distances to be covered and the speed at which criminals operate, the police cannot afford to lag behind. We need to be nimble, we need to be robust, and be very swift in our responses to citizens' call for help. Digitalization of our workflow and records management is another area that we are faced with serious challenges. For us to be more effective and efficient in our operations, the Gambia Police Force needs to transition from paper-based documentation and work processes. Digitalized mode of work is faster and cheaper. The turnout of officers contributes immensely to their professionalism and self-confidence. Currently, we are not able to provide sufficient uniforms to all our officers, and this is one of the major challenges we are faced with. We are equally very seriously constrained in the area of protective uniform for police officers, particularly the operatives. These officers go against dangerous and armed criminals and thus need tasers, pepper sprays, and even firearms to protect themselves and the public from these hardened and nefarious criminals. The number of police stations and barracks for the PIU and the anti-crime personnel could be better. Plans are in the offing to construct 6 more model police stations in the region to address these challenges. Now, having mentioned successes, challenges, I think it's important we try to share with you the plans that we have by way of charting a path forward to see how we can ameliorate some of these challenges. Our administration will continue working with government and international partners to enhance Gambia Police Force capacity in priority skill sets such as ballistic examiners, pathologists that could conduct post-mortem for murder homicide cases, and of course handwriting experts to detect fraud. To digitalize our operations, the UNDP supported us in building our first ever Police Integrated Information Management System, otherwise known as PIIMS, which will be piloted in few weeks. Components of this include admin and record management, police mobile app, police field and operations reporting system, and of course, incident record and case management systems. When operational, this will enhance the speed of our operations and increase efficiency in terms of budget spent on stationery and time lost due to the long turnaround times. With support from the European Union and the German Federal Foreign Office, in 2005, we will construct 6 additional model police stations in Brikama, Farapenye, Sami Karantaba, Basse, and Makamasire. The above-mentioned plans will boost our posture for crime prevention and capacity to enforce the relevant laws in accordance with democratic policing standards. Conclusion. I will conclude with a sincere appeal to all Gambians to continue supporting the Gambia Police Force in our quest to make the Gambia safe for all, irrespective of your race, gender, social status, creed, or political affiliation. I reaffirm my administration's commitment to the Gambia Police Force mission statement, which reads, to provide an excellent service, protecting and serving the people of this country. Your support is needed, and your cooperation to realize this mission will be very much appreciated. I appreciate your attendance and your kind attention. Thank you very much. Our operations, our work is backed by relevant laws of the Gambia. The laws of the Gambia recognize Gambia Police Force to be the issuing authority of driver's license. If you want that to happen, please liaise with the National Assembly, the legislature, help us change those laws. We will willingly transfer that responsibility to any authority as deemed necessary by the National Assembly. On the side of crime statistics, major crime. Fourth quarter of 2023, last year, rape, we had 15 cases. Same period, 2024, we have 11 cases. Murder, 2023 last year, we had 2 cases fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of 2024, we have 4 cases. I hope you understand the trajectory now. I just want to go, not to mention the arson. 2023, 2, 2024, 3. Rash and negligent act causing death, 7 and 4. Robbery, 15 and 13. Burglary, 4 and 6. Cattle theft, 22 and 9. Defilement of a girl under the age of 18, 10. 2024 is 0. Economic crime, 1. The grand total, fourth quarter of last year, 67. Fourth quarter of this year, 50. There is a graph depicting all these things. Traffic accidents. Fourth quarter of last year, you mentioned police stations. I'm giving you the respective jurisdictions. Mobile traffic, no, Banjul division. 9, 2023 fourth quarter. 16, 2024 fourth quarter. Mobile traffic, 41 and 69. Brikama, 41 and 57. Mansa Konko, 0, last year fourth quarter, 18. first quarter this year. Giant Jambure, 0. 2024, 0. Basse, 2023, last year, first quarter, 12. First quarter this year. Denton Bridge traffic, 14 first quarter last year, 0 first quarter this year. Serakunda mobile traffic, 12 first quarter last year, 21 first quarter this year. Bundu mobile traffic, 10 and 12. Senegambia traffic, 0 and 8. Kotu traffic, 0 and 4. Farafenye, 35 and 25. Total 185 first quarter of last year, 242 first quarter this year. Total number of traffic cases for the first quarter of 2023 and 2024. Fatal accidents, fatal. First quarter of last year, 28. First quarter of 2024, 29. Serious injury accidents. First quarter of last year, 62. First quarter of this year, 83. Minor injury accidents, 50 and 64. Non-injury accidents, 45 and 66. Again, we have a graph to indicate this. Comparison of major crime offenses for the second quarter of 2023 and 2024. Rape, 8, second quarter of 2023, 11, second quarter of 2024. Murder, 6, second quarter of 2023, 4, second quarter of 2024. Arson, 0, second quarter of last year, 1, second quarter of 2024. Rash and negligent act causing death, 8, last year, second quarter, 5, second quarter 2024. Robbery, 16, last year, second quarter, 14, second quarter 2024. Burglary, 3, last year, second quarter, 2, second quarter this year. Cattle theft, 22, for second quarter of last year, 6, second quarter of this year. Grand total, 63, second quarter last year, 46, second quarter of this year. So we are faring well. You don't need to qualify that. We have the statistics.
I hope these statistics will be shared on the police platform so everybody could actually have access to it.
Well, management will discuss and we'll get back to you on this because some of these things are confidential. I know you are not happy to hear this, but that's by the way. We go to road traffic accidents. If you are not listening, I will give chance to another person. Okay. Police stations, second quarter of 2023, road traffic accidents, Banjul region, 7. Second quarter of 2024, 7 again. Mobile traffic, 50 last year, second quarter, 56, second quarter this year. Brikama region, 133 second quarter last year, 38 second quarter this year. Mansa Konko, 11 last year, 6 this year. Janjambure is still 0-0. Basse, 24 second quarter last year, 3 second quarter this year. Serekunda mobile traffic, 17 second quarter last year, 19 second quarter this year. Denton Bridge, 7 second quarter last year, 0 second quarter 2024. Farafenye, 29 last year, 22 this year. Total 278 road traffic accidents, second quarter of last year, 151 second quarter of this year. So there is improvement, significant one. Total number of traffic cases that are prosecuted, fatal accidents, 29 last year, 19 this year. Serious injury, 114, 52. Minor injury, 85, 48. Non-injury accidents, 50, 32. Grand total, 278, 151. I think this brings us to the end of the statistics.